Howard, Oregon walnuts. They were harvested this fall. So they're nice and fresh, and I picked them up directly from the farmer, so they haven't been very traumatized. And our goal here is to open up the upper half of the walnut shell and take out the walnut piece whole, and also take the septum out. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and select a walnut, and I've selected a walnut that's a fairly good size, and it doesn't make a lot of noise when I rattle it, so it means that the septum system is mature and is protecting the walnut meat, so I think we've got a good one here. So I'm going to wrap this up on the upper pole along the secondary seam. Here's the primary seam. We want it to crack this way because the walnut halves are here and here. So I'm going to use my picture framing hammer, and I'm going to hit it right here with a good blow, but I'm going to sort of retract as I hit it so that it doesn't crush the meat inside. There's a little bit of a crack there, so we're going to now turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Again, upper pole, secondary seam. There we go, like that. Now, so the integrity of the walnut is lost, the shell is lost, and we're just going to take this upper eighth of the walnut off here, and I can look at the walnut itself and see if it looks like it's all moving together, so this is going to be a good one. And here's the secondary septa here. I'm going to go above that and take the eighth off over here on this side, take the other eighth off over here on this side, and then we'll check it again. It looks like a really good one. So we're going to go ahead and just take some of this sidewall down a little bit, all the way around, so that we can birth this walnut meat without any obstruction. And here's that secondary seam right here. I'm going to get rid of that and then take this we'll take it down here. It even cracked there, so it really just wants us to take it out here, and I like this, so let's see what we've got. I'm going to just see if this walnut wants to come out, and there it does. It came right out very nicely. Very nice. Now we want to go on the bottom of this and take this septum out of here so it doesn't break the isthmus when we remove this septum. And actually the septum wants to come out backwards here, so we're just going to take that part of the septum out. So we just have the upper septum on the other side to take out over here, and so there it goes there. Pull right here, and there we have a full walnut piece. It takes about a minute. Notice that it's the isthmus is intact, the halves are intact, and this is actually a pretty hardy walnut. It's good color and it's good taste. That's what we're trying to do, folks. Full walnut pieces like this are possible. You have to have the right walnuts. I like these Howard walnuts from Oregon. These are this year's walnuts harvested in the fall. I picked these up just the other day directly from the nut farmer, so I know they haven't been traveled. And so I'm going to show you how to achieve full walnut pieces, not half walnuts. First of all, you have to select the kind of walnuts or the walnuts that you want. I like the bigger the better. Here we have four walnuts, and let's look at here's one as well. I shake the walnuts to see if they make noise. And this one you can hear it rattle, so this is probably broken, so we're not going to use that one. This one's completely quiet. That one's quiet as well. That one's quiet. These are all quiet. So from this group, I'm going to select what looks like the most promising walnut, and I think that this one right here is probably the best candidate. Again, it's nice and quiet, so I'm going to tip it up on its side. I'm going to strike it along the secondary seam. Here's the primary seam in the upper part of the walnut with my picture hanging hammer, which has the right balance and the right weight. I turn it up a little bit. I'm using a marble surface, and I'm going to strike it with a glancing blow, and I'm going to withdraw a little bit. I just want to interrupt the integrity of the shell. Good. Now I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Again, turn it up, hit it on the upper portion along the secondary seam. And I think we got a good one there. So now I take my little needle nose pliers, and I just want to break off this upper part of this shell. This looks like a good one. I'm taking off the upper eighth on either side. The eighth is gone there. Take it down just a little bit farther. And there's a secondary septum that runs this way, opposed to the primary septum. I'm going to go above that here and get into the other half of the walnut over here. I'm just lifting up like this and prying out so I don't damage the walnut meat. Now let's see if this walnut meat, it moves in unison, so we're good. And I'm going to come get this secondary septum right here and take this down just a little bit farther. And we don't want any obstruction to taking this walnut out of this shell. So take that down, and I think we're probably about ready. Let's see if it'll come out here. Yep, so there we go. We have we're able to take this walnut meat out, and it's intact. Now remember, you want to remove this lower section of the septum down here by the isthmus. That wraps around like this, and it will cause the isthmus to fracture. So that's pretty well cleared away. So now we're just going to take the and try to remove the rest of the septa here just by pulling on this like this. And as you can see, the septum's coming out nicely. And there you have your walnut. It's very nice and clean, almost perfect without any dings on it. This is what we're trying to accomplish with every one. And perfect walnut, perfect color, and probably good taste. Very happy with that one.